people really are in need of like service, and then a lot of other people are in need of serving as well. I feel like if we can just work together, things go a lot smoother.
Today we're going to speak to dual enrollment graduate Christopher DeLeon about his experiences in the program and what he intends to do now. So you're going to graduate from dual enrollment?
Yes.
But you didn't start until you were a junior, right?
Yes, I did not. And it was funny because I had only taken, it was learning framework, and then I think it was psychology. And then I had decided to take math since I'd always been in like advanced math since like fifth grade. Fifth grade is when it like started. They put me in like an advanced placement thing. It was so strange.
Yeah.
It's very strange, being in like the fifth grade and you're like, oh, which is actually how I made like a lot of the people that I know today. And I actually know to this day. Mm-hmm. And so I had always been in like those kind of classes, at least when it came to math. And then my junior year, I had history on level, which history was like the only one that I ever had on level. And I had found out that one of my good friends actually had, I think it was like third period history or dual credit history, which I've heard a lot of good things about dual credit before I had fully jumped in. And I was like, I might as well do it because I had already known the teacher. I had her the year before.
Oh, okay.
And so I was like, I know the teacher, I've done more advanced things before. I'm already taking dual credit, so you know what? Mm-hmm. Jump right in. And so I decided to, and then going through the classes that year, I just kind of like, to sign up for classes for my senior year, I went to go talk to Miss Hilliard about it. She is great. Yeah. She is very, very helpful and understanding. She had said, were you wanting to get your associates? And I was like, wait, is that even like a option for me, being so like late in it? And I was like, would that be possible? And so we kind of just like played around with like, what would I have to do in order to make that happen? Mm-hmm. And I remember her telling me like,
I bet a lot of time management was definitely part of it, wasn't it?
Yes. I could not put those things off, And she had told me it's going to be a lot of hard work, but we can make it happen. And hard work, it definitely took.
So, you're a first-generation college student?
Yes. Well, yes and no, because my mom had attended ACC for fundamentals, but like it was very like hard on her financially to be able to do that. So she never like finished anything.
So when you were considering it, did you have a hard time kind of, I don't know, like you just hadn't considered it before and
like facing the world kind of?
In a way, yeah.
I don't know. My mom's always been really supportive about it, so whatever choice I decided to make or like pass, she's always like, whatever you decide, I'm gonna be there. Very supporting, I will say. But yeah, it was still very scary.
So when you told her, hey, I'm gonna try to get this associate degree in 2 years, what did she say?
She was like, yeah, good luck. And yeah.
What was the plan that you had to go through in order to achieve that?
The hardest part was like the summer after I just like made that decision. I was like, oh boy, like I'm gonna have to take,
school's not ending for you, basically.
Yeah, like I won't be in person at the Alvin High School campus, but it's like I didn't leave because I still have all these things I gotta get done. And I was kind of scared. I was pretty scared about it because I had to take a bunch of, which they were more electives, not like the cores, like composition or things like that, but it was still scary, having to do all those. And then it's like, I think it's the shortened week ones too.
Would you say maybe the stressful part was just kind of going from a carefree high school student to suddenly like, bam, now you're in college?
Yeah, it was a bit of like a culture shock, but it was also like shock therapy. Like I got used to it pretty fast, and it's like kind of like the rhythm of it, It was a little hard, I stumbled at first. Like I remember I had turned in an assignment like late because I didn't realize the due date because it had just gotten away from me. And I remember thinking like, oh, how am I going to email the professor and be like, oh, can you please reopen
I was saying,
this?
now was that kind of structure kind of difficult to navigate to where, because beforehand you have counselors to help you and now it's like on you?
Because I always felt like, because in person, because obviously like I had to take a lot of onlines, but versus like that in-person experience where you kind of just like, you could talk to them after class, it was actually pretty strange to like have to email and then go back and then check my emails and stay on top of it. And so even though I wasn't in front of a person emailing them, I was still pretty nervous. Like, oh, what are they going to say? What are they going to think?
So it's kind of almost a skill in and of itself, just communication
Yes.
and figuring these things out.
Yeah.
So what did you decide to pursue with your degree?
For my associates?
Yeah.
Right now it's just for general studies. So it's sort of like the fundamentals of it, you know?
Now that you're finished, because now you're finished, you have an associate degree. So what's next?
Well, I wanted to transfer to UH, Maine, and then study political science. Because I don't know, I think that whole area of study is really like interesting. I think it's pretty important. And then, well, I look at the state of things now.
What do you kind of hope that you're going to do with it? Or what do you kind of plan to use it for? Do you kind of feel like you're not entirely sure yet? Or what's the goal?
I like to set like a general blueprint of things I want to like do. But I don't want to like set in stone nothing, because I want to still like weigh all my opportunities.
So you feel like you have a direction that you're taking, if not a specific.
Yeah. But I would love to get into like government and things like that.
I was going to say, so what kind of led you to that? Like, what is it you kind of hope to accomplish then, maybe?
Well, honestly, I think it's more focusing, because I would love to become like a representative one day, that kind of thing. Like getting involved in the room where like legislation's being written and it's being passed, the voting of all of it.
So you kind of enjoy the legislative process then, or watching it and unfold?
I don't know. I like a little bit of all of it, I like the theatrics of it, the little screaming and shouting matches that go on. But also, like, actually, like, working together to get this.
Because at some point, it has to hit the road. And
otherwise, it will just stay where we are. But yeah, I don't know. I just love kind of everything about it. But I've always been like a very service-minded person. Like I think the public servant part of it is pretty forgotten. And so
I would definitely agree with that.
Yeah. And so I really kind of like, because my family actually, I think it's First Presbyterian Church right there by the high school. My family has volunteered there all the time. It's called the Clothing Outlet. Shout out the Clothing Outlet. And I volunteer there all the time because it's great because of all the different people you just get to meet and connect with. They come from all sorts of different
So you feel like
backgrounds.
that kind of feeds into your goal of serving?
Yeah. Like I feel like people really are in need of like service, and then a lot of other people are in need of serving as well. Like I feel like if we can just work together, things go a lot smoother.
Well, thank you for coming to talk to me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Not long after graduating, Christopher had a chance to speak to the Alvin College Board of Regents about how the dual enrollment and the FAST program helped him as a student.
The financial cost of college has always been my biggest barrier, which is why I'm so thankful for the FAST program for allowing me to graduate with my associate's degree while still in high school. I will never forget the pathways Alvin College cleared for me and the incredibly supportive environment that helped me succeed.
Thank you for listening. To read about these stories and more, visit alvincollege.edu/news.